Two games and two defeats for RCB. Things not looking good at the moment for Smriti Mandana and her team. And lots of thinking to do. And given the nature of both the defeats, that just makes the whole picture look extremely grim as far as RCB are concerned. Now, before we talk about tonight's game, let's just cast our minds back to what happened yesterday. 223 runs they were asked to chase and they fell short massively against the Delhi Capitals. Today what happened? Yes, they again won the toss, batted first this time, lost wickets in the beginning, were looking very good courtesy that opening partnership that we saw from RCB, but then Saika Ishaq just brought things back for Mumbai, and nonetheless, this looked like a fighting total for RCB, the fact that they managed to get over 150 runs. But then look at the margin of loss today as well. 34 balls to spare in a chase of excess of 150 runs. Really, some questions will have to be asked, both as far as captaincy are concerned and in particular the bowling today. The bowling effort again from RCB, we saw no improvement from yesterday, and today as well we saw lax bowling, poor bowling I would say, just no control over the line and length, too many loose deliveries, and well, from a Mumbai perspective, well, Hayley Matthews, I think she's hands down the man of the match, ending with 77 runs. And let's not forget, she picked up 3 wickets as well. Just the perfect game for Hayley Matthews. She enjoyed a decent outing in the first match as well. But Hayley Matthews is showing menacing form already in the WPL. 2 games that she's played so far, and in both the games she's looked good. Today in particular, she'll be extremely pleased with her performance. 77 runs with the bat, 3 wickets with the ball, and one can say that she single-handedly took the match away from the Royal Challengers of Bangalore. Quickly, let's run you through how exactly the Mumbai Indians chase began. They were looking at a target of 160. Yastika Bhatia, well, a couple of boundaries from her, but again she gave away her wicket a little too soon, much like we saw yesterday as well when she was caught at point yesterday. Today again we saw, she looked good as she has been. She's given us, faith and some sort of belief that she has the talent, but in these 2 matches so far for her, things haven't gone the way she would have liked, and at 23 she got dismissed, and from then on, well, nothing really for the RCB bowlers to be happy about, because they just could not pick any more wickets. As far as the partnership between Hayley Matthews and Natskeva Brunt is concerned, Natskeva Brunt, by the way, also scoring at a very brisk rate, at a rate of 189. She scored 55 runs of 29 deliveries, and RCB, well, just no, had no control as far as their defense was concerned. Perhaps, as far from an RCB point of view, you could be thinking, where was Elise Perry? Where was Renuka Singh? Renuka Singh, again, wicketless, something, which we saw her do lots of in the women's T20. Renuka Singh hasn't been able to do that in the 2 matches. Perhaps the conditions in South Africa, you could say, were helping her a lot more than they are here in India. But Renuka Singh isn't quite, looking like the Renuka Singh that she was, let's say, a couple of weeks back. Also, Elise Perry was one of the more expensive bowlers today, though you could argue that she bowled just 1.2 deliveries, but she gave away 18 runs in those 8 deliveries as well that she bowled. Speaking of other bowlers, Shriyanka Patil also expensive on the day. Sophie Devine 1 over 11 runs. Preeti Bose completed her quota, and the only bowler from RCB, by the way, who completed her quota of 4 overs, but she also gave away 34 runs. And all in all, this match had, Mumbai Indians, let's say, had this match very comfortably. They were very comfortable in it as far as the chase is concerned. They were never really found wanting, and it was courtesy some splendid batting that we saw from Hayley Matthews and from Natskeva Brunt. Experienced both of them. Natskeva Brunt also was very happy to make the most of those loose deliveries that she got. But RCB, well, it looks like a familiar story with RCB both in the men's as well as the women's team. Yes, you could argue that it's early days, but the initial signs that this women's outfit, as far as the RCB are concerned, aren't looking too bright right now, and there are some serious fixes that need to be done. Some questions and some big questions need to be asked of their bowling, and maybe it's time, because you've seen two matches back to back wherein lots of runs were conceded, and on a day where 159 you thought would be a competitive total, it didn't turn out to be so, and that's where you need to start asking questions as far as this RCB bowling attack is concerned. Maybe it is time already for them to rejig, because they failed to pick wickets. Yesterday we saw it was Shefali Verma and Meg Lanning who punished the RCB bowlers, and today we saw Hayley Matthews and Natskeva Brunt giving the RCB bowlers a hard time. So perhaps from an RCB perspective, lots of thinking to do. Smriti Mandhana also, as far as her captaincy is concerned, she's definitely feeling the heat. But with the bat as well, we know she likes playing those extravagant shots in inside the power play, but things not working out well for her as well. And all in all, RCB's game, it wasn't to be, and they were second in the game all along, I would say. Perhaps they thought that they'd done a decent job, but remember, in this Mumbai batting which they have, they didn't. The fact that they lost by a margin of 9 wickets and 34 balls to spare, that speaks volumes of the nature of defeat. And like I said earlier as well, both the defeats, it's the nature of the defeats which will hurt RCB more, and which is why it is perhaps time for them to keep, for them to get into a huddle and maybe rethink as to what their strategy going forward needs to be, because certainly lot of boxes need to be tick marked and things aren't looking in the right shape as far as RCB are concerned. Is the captaincy pressure getting on to Smriti Mandhana already? That also is something that will have to be looked at. But for now, Mumbai Indians are off to a flyer as far as the inaugural edition of the WPL is concerned. Two very comfortable wins. A 143 run win on the opening day is what they secured, and as far as today's match is concerned, another comfortable victory for the Mumbai Indians. 9 batters were left as far as their batting is concerned, and 34 balls to spare. That is a huge margin, but still a couple of weeks left. Long way to go as far as this tournament is concerned, and maybe there is still time for RCB to make some amends. Mumbai will not be bothered at all at the moment, because things are just looking perfect for them as far as the situation in the WPL is concerned. So we saw smiles on the opening day of the WPL in the Mumbai Indians cap, and perhaps today as well. There were a lot of smiles in that camp, and despite losing the toss, Harmanpreet Kaur, I would say, will be extremely happy, and she'll perhaps have a good night's sleep tonight as well. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us, and thank you for all the love that you poured in the comment section. I did manage to skim through a couple of those comments as well, so thank you so much. Your love matters a lot to us. It keeps us motivated, it keeps us going, and all along it's an action-packed month, and this year ahead as well, there's lots of action coming up. We here at Sports Day, and the folks sitting right behind me at AajTak, well, don't forget to read all their copies. They're putting out some amazing details and analysis as far as these games in the WPL are concerned. So do check out the app as well as the AajTak website. For now, my name is Harshit Ahuja. Thank you so much. Good night.